Well, here goes nothing, guys. I have all my signage and plants and decorations in that box. I have whips that I'm going to work on only there. Everything that I've made this past week, and the 50 chickens here, and then just some extra polyfill, signage stand, and camera equipment. Oh, and then I have my sunglasses and makeup. Hey y'all, I don't know if I've told you, but we are doing a market. This was a really spur of the moment thing, so I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything that needs to get done. But by the way, the market is on Saturday and it is Monday evening now. It's like 6:30. Here's what we have so far. I mean, obviously all the chickens. We have this reversible octopus, this cute little turtle, the koi fish that I made forever ago, a ton of emotional support pickles, and a few mushy Pop-Its. I can't do it one-handed, but you get the idea. They pop. Well, so far I have one of these stress pet, so you just squeeze it. It's really satisfying, actually. I like it more than I thought I would. But yeah, that's it. So, oh, and then I guess I do also have this one axolotl. I'm not in love with the colors. So, I mean, obviously I'm going to take him to fill up space, but I don't think he going to get bought. And that's okay. But, yeah, so I'm going to keep crocheting. I made 2 more pickles in this shiny green. It looks brown on the camera, but it's green, I promise. I made 2 more of those, and I'm working on a larger one right now. It's huge. It looks kind of insane, but in person it's funny and it's cute. Don't worry. Well, I realized I haven't updated jaw in a while. Here is what I'm working on. It's another Junimo, but I think I used the wrong hook size still. Earlier I was using a 6 and it was way too tight for this yarn. I don't know. It worked for the other plushies, but it's not working for a circle because there's a cone. You can see it right there. But it's a trust the process. Once I stuff it, hopefully it'll go away and I can pull the ends a little bit tighter towards the middle. But today is Tuesday and the market is Saturday. I have that Junimo that I'm working on. And I have this one that's not quite done yet. I have to do the arms and the legs and the little vine piece that comes on the top. 2 stress pets. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 pickles. 50 chickens, obviously. I have this one axolotl. I need to make another one of him. I have 4 mushy Pop-Its, 1 octo, 1 reversible octo. I have 2 large gummy bears, 3 small gummy bears, and I think these are just the freaking cutest. I absolutely love this. I'm gonna make some of them for myself, obviously. And I'm gonna make keychains out of them. I have the one turtle. I'm gonna make another one. And then I have the koi fish. But that's it. Like, I don't have much. I wanted to at least have 10 different items and multiples of those 10 different items. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 3 more. And one of them, I was going to make some fish, maybe some stingray, and there was something else easy I think I can make. Oh, a ghost. So a ghost and a pumpkin. I wanted to try to do like a summerween little corner. Was this a waist? Is this gonna look like a Junimo? I realized I haven't gotten much footage of me actually crocheting these things, so we're gonna do that now. Also, I'm not on camera because I'm in my pajamas because I'm tired. It's been a long day of work. I had to go to a site meeting and it was really hot outside, and I was on the roof, which made it even hotter because it just felt like the heat was beaming back off the roof. Like, my feet were even hot. Also, it was pretty scary. It looked like, hold on, I'm gonna close the door. I can hear my boyfriend's music, which is not a bad thing. I just don't want it to be loud since I'm not using the microphone, you know? But yeah, so I was going to the roof, and this is a secure building. You have to have a card. access, right? And once I got up to the roof, there was no door handle on the door. And I was like, I didn't come all this way to not be able to get on the roof. I was checking a roof ladder. It was supposed to be moved because it was in the parapet. And, you know, that just doesn't make sense. You can't have that. Anyway, so it has no door handle. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, I didn't come all this way to not go outside, to not check on this roof ladder. So I found the door handle that was, you know, in its pieces on the floor, and I put it together and I opened the door, and I took the door handle back off to prop it open because that was the only thing I could find in the stairwell. And so yeah, I was kind of freaking out. I let my colleagues know where I was just to make sure I didn't get stuck on this roof, you know, kind of thing. Even though I didn't think I would get stuck up there, you know. I had people I could call that were on site, but you never know. You gotta be cautious. And also, I sent them a message to like make sure I wasn't being totally stupid. If they responded back and been like, "What are you doing? Don't do that. That's so crazy," you know, I would have been like, "Oh, never mind. You know, I'm gonna be safe," instead of getting on this roof. But anyway, yeah, I got out there and checked the roof. The ladder was all fixed, and everything was good. This is the color we're using, so the body is gonna be this color. So everything turned out okay, even though it was scary. And I'm using the no-sew pattern as well, so I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't talk and think at the same time, clearly. Not my strong suit. Okay, there we go. Also, my food is supposed to be here soon, so I may take a break and then film this part later with me not talking so you guys can actually understand. I think it is 2 single crochets at this point, and we are working in the back loop only. 2 single crochets, and then we'll start attaching stuff. And I messed it up so many times yesterday and got so frustrated and quit that I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and I don't have to look at the pattern. Oh, snapola. I have to sew in these ends. Weave in these ends. That's something I didn't do that I need to do. That's just gonna be frustrating. Okay, let's pause, do that. Then I'm gonna go eat as well. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Hey guys, editing Becca here. What a cute little turtle. I'm so happy with the way he turned out. Thank you to my friend who mentioned the no-sew turtle pattern. I don't think I could have gotten through this without that. It literally saved my life. It was so hard sewing everything on. But anyway, after this, I didn't get much time to record. I was just so worried about getting products done that I didn't really want to focus on recording, so we're just gonna cut to me setting up for the booth. Sorry. So as you guys know, this was my first market and I was by myself, so that was a trip. I started by setting out the mat and the tables, and then I quickly realized, you know, as I was looking around, that the mat, I tripped on it 5 times, okay? So I had to get one of the workers to help me take it out. But yeah, please enjoy this montage of me setting everything up. Sorry, it's me again. I have to cut in because before you guys get too excited, yes, I did only have 2 tables. 2 small tables at that, okay? Again, like I said, I had 1 week to prepare for this, so I had no keychains, no stacking boxes to set things in, no racks, no stands, none of that. I had literally like 2 trays and I guess 4 here, you can see. But yeah, that's about it. I was really proud of myself for the signs. Actually, I drew little like pictures on them, and that drew people in, so I think it turned out really well. But with that, we are gonna go ahead and jump to how much I made, how the market went, and my future plans. I recently had my first market, or I recently participated in my first market. To say that sounds crazy, like I was a vendor at a market. I was a vendor at a market. It's just crazy, it blows my mind. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the process. I didn't record much while I was preparing for it because I was frantically crocheting everything that I could possibly think of, which turned out to be not that much, but you know, when you give yourself a week to do these things, that kind of tends to happen. So that's okay. So anyway, so I wanted to show you guys everything that I made. I had this koi fish from a while back. I made it just because it looked fun and I had the colors for it. Although I did get a new orange, I just haven't remade the koi fish because the orange is a little neon, which is kind of crazy. Whenever I first reached out about this market, the store owner that was putting the market on suggested emotional support pickles. So I made a few of those. I made the big ones, and then I made some in like different colors, a small one. I made 2 pumpkins, which I think are super adorable, and I like want to keep for myself, but I won't. 2 pumpkins. Where are my ghosts? Hang on. And then to go with the pumpkins, I made 2 ghosts. So just regular little ghosts. I made a little hat for this one, and I sewed it on. And it was a night market, so there were so many bugs, especially around the lights. Wherever you had lights, it was crazy. So that's those. Of course, we had our chickens. I did take all of our chickens, the 50 chickens. I made a few octos. There's another one down there somewhere, but I made a couple of those. Made a blue one, and everyone was asking me if this was a reversible one. I did take a reversible one, but again, like I said, once I had reversed it a couple of times, the eyes popped out, so I took it off of the table, sadly. I don't know how to fix that. I think either make the eyes bigger or just embroider the next time, or use felt eyes maybe. We'll see. We'll figure it out. I made 3 little gummy bears that I think are also adorable, and I would love to make them into keychains because I would love to put them on my own purse. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna make all this stuff for myself. Oh, and 2 large gummy bears, which are super fun to squish. Squish, squish, squish. That's that. I made 2 Junimos. He's super adorable, but he took way too long to make, to be honest. I mean, the little ball part obviously didn't take very long, but his little leggies and this leaf, just too long. Not worth it. Not worth it for a market. If you're making it custom or whatever, sure. And here's the other one. Very cute. And then, yeah, like I said, I made 4 mushies. And I sold a couple of them, so I'll let you guys know that I made a stress pet. Super cute. I'll put all of these are free patterns, by the way. I'll try to link them in the description. I'll go back and find them. But yeah, I actually love that. It's very satisfying. I made a few turtles. So this yarn is actually a lot thinner, and it took way longer to make turtles out of these, and people were confused because they are a different size. They were like, oh, this one's the same price as this one. Yes, because this one is a thinner yarn and it took way longer. Like, I don't know, it seems like this should cost more, but it was faster to make and it was way easier. As far as the yarn goes, I don't know, I didn't calculate that into it. I also tried to price lower than you would think because it was my first market and I had no idea what I was doing, so it is what it is. This was a yarn from Amazon. I don't even know what it is. It's some chenille velvet yarn. This is a Sweet Snuggles Light, and I get why everyone uses it. It's amazing. It's the best yarn I've ever felt in my life. I did it. What else did we make? I think that's everything. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't have a lot out. I tried to reach out to the Stardew fans and you know, Blue Chicken. I'm sure people saw this and were like, what is that? Stardew, Junimo. Nobody understood. There was one person that understood. Thank you to her for knowing what it was, but she did buy something, which is very sweet. Let's look at the receipts. What all sold? So I sold 2 turtles. I sold 1 Mushy Pop-It, 1 large Pickle, another Mushy Pop-It, 1 small Octo, and then one of the stress beds, which was crazy. I could not believe I sold that. And then actually 2 people left a tip out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 6 sales, 2 people left a tip. That is crazy. Thank you so much. Like, I don't even understand. So this was a learning experience for me, completely for fun and to learn and to figure it out, see what it's all about, because financially this was not worth it at all. I'm just gonna say that right now. I spent way too much money putting this thing together last minute. Like, this is new, this is new. I had this wooden one here, but you know, I also had to get lights, I had to get tablecloths, I had to get signs to make the table look cute. It was a lot to throw together. In total, I made $78, which is really good. Like if you ask me, for what I took and what I had and like who was there, $78 was really good. The booth fee was $50. So again, financially not worth it at all. Maybe if I had, I know there was at one point where there were 2 young girls. They both wanted the pink one. There was only one. So one of the girls got it and the other one didn't get anything. So if I had had 2 pink turtles, that would have been another sale. Unfortunately, it is the way it is. It's okay. I was trying to have more of a variety than a quantity of one specific item. I'm really glad that the turtles are popular. Yeah, I made $28, but really I didn't, because I didn't have a stock of yarn, so that was quite a bit of money. Now I have a bunch of yarn and I don't know what to do with it just yet. But the good news is my boyfriend just bought me a photo cube, so I can take really nice pictures of everything and I can list it on a website. So hopefully we can sell these there after I fix whatever eyes need to be fixed, like in the Reversable Octo, because that definitely needs to get fixed. Anyway, that's everything I had at the market. As for future stuff, I don't know what I'm gonna make next. I want to start working on Halloween stuff, especially a sweater. Like, I want a Halloween sweater so bad. And then maybe I can make a couple to list on the website for sale. But for whips, work in progress. I'm working on a strawberry cow right now. A little wonky because I used a different yarn than the pattern calls for, but you know, you get it. She's gonna have little horns here, like little tiny nubby horns, and then a big old nose right there. It's gonna be really cute. I'm really excited, but I have been fighting with this yarn because it's bigger and I used the wrong hook and blah 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 blah. It just makes me tired. So we're working on that one, and we're working on a second cat ear beanie. So anyway, yeah, working on the strawberry cow, the cat ear beanie, and there's something else. I forgot. But I did have this, a cute little book cover. I didn't post a video. I posted a short about the little book cover. I want to make some more book covers for books. Book club. So yeah, this is super cute and fun. I love it. I don't know, just look at him, he's so cute. Dude, totally. Made me so thin. Noggin. Dude. Okay, anyway. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I ran through that really quickly. So, I guess future me can figure out what's happening next. Here's a little egg. Someone was like, what is this? And I was like, it's just an egg. Way to go. Way to go. And there's a black egg for the void chicken too, somewhere. But that's everything.